I think many of us struggle with what to call ourselves professionally when we first go independent, or at least it seems that many of us call ourselves different things, although we perform similar jobs. I think some of that ambiguity comes from not knowing the long-term implications of calling yourself a CEO versus a consultant versus instructional designer. There are SEO considerations, of course, and you do want potential clients to know what you do, all that you do, but sometimes I think that confusion goes a little bit deeper than that and has to do with perhaps your reluctance to actually see yourself in what you've created as a business. So here's some news. After you've started taking clients, you are already a business. This is not a debate. If you're unsure, feel free to ask the IRS and they'll clear up any confusion. So this is not about becoming a business. This is about stepping into the business you already are. It's about owning the reality of how the world already sees you and taking control of that narrative. There are many consequences to not stepping up and embracing this new reality. I'll divide them into 3 areas: your government, your identity, and your sustainability. So look, I've been working since I was 16 years old, so I know the process. You get a check, and then you spend that check, right? When I got older, money like savings and 401k was deducted before I even saw the check. So guess what? You get a check, you spend a check. In summary, the check is the amount of money you have to use. Now, all of a sudden, you get a check, and that is indeed not the money you have to use. Intellectually, you know this. But at first, you may play a little fast and loose with the government's money. You'll catch up later in the year. You just need all the money printed on this check right now. You'll be fine. How do I know that? Because you're a good person. And because you're not blowing the doors off in the very beginning, when April comes around after a year of ignoring quarterly taxes, you can cover the bill with money that you made in Q1, money that you also didn't save taxes on. Then a year or 2 later, you'll confront a tax bill from the previous year that you can't pay, not even with the money you still aren't saving tax money on from Q1. If you can't find the way out of this problem, it's going to get bigger every year, and by problem, I mean tax bill. The bottom line is that your relationship with taxes changes once you switch from individual to business. I was never one of those people who studied my paycheck every 2 weeks and considered how much I was paying in taxes. As an employee, taxes were just an annoying friend of a friend I heard about every April. Now that I have a business, we're roommates. So you pay your quarterly taxes. What are you going to do, right? Second is your identity. How you position yourself in the marketplace matters, but how you position yourself in the room also matters. Respecting my business helps me influence how people see me and how they treat me, especially when I meet with executives within my clients' organizations. When I meet with a CEO, I think, you're not going to believe this, I am also a CEO. When I meet with the VP of HR, I think, I'm also the VP of HR. When I meet with the CFO, I go, I have a CFO reporting to me. I mean, her name is Hadiya, but still. And don't even talk about the CIO. I am the IT department. What I'm saying is, if you downplay all the roles you're playing to keep your business afloat, everyone else will too. Eventually, it should become less of a matter of you taking a seat at the table and more of recognizing that you have your own table. I mean, it's a little smaller, but it still holds stuff. Finally, there's your sustainability. When I started my business, I was like, well, I guess we'll just see how long we can do this. So my plan for sustainability was basically running out the clock by just seeing what happens. I soon learned that that's probably not how other businesses do it, right? You need a plan for remaining in business over time and swerving the threats that may come your way. And life still happens, just like it did when you were a salaried employee. But now you need to finance your own personal time, your own vacation time, and your own sick days. So, is your business sustainable? If so, for how long? Only you can answer those questions, but you need to ask them early and often. All I can say is if you don't make money unless your fingers are moving, it may not be sustainable for as long as you think it will be. So, take your business seriously, because this is serious business. Oh, I see what I did there.